Evolution does exist. This can be proved through fossil evidence, biogeography, DNA, and anatomy. We all came from one common ancestor, and believe it or not, humans are related to sloths, hippos, and the most absurd animals you could think of.
Fossil evidence helps prove evolution took place because we can see species remains when they die. They became extinct because they weren't well suited and adapted to their environment. Only the strongest live and pass on those traits to their offspring. This is natural selection, the survival of the fittest, and it helps prove all species came from one common ancestor.
Biogeography is how species adapt over time in different environments. The evolution of monkeys has evidence to geographical isolation and biogeography. Mountain gorillas, western hulock gibbons, chimpanzees, and Bornean orangutans, who are all a part of the same species, all lived and still do live in different environments and locations. Each species has adapted to their own environment over the generations to stay alive. The Borneo rainforest, home of the Bornean orangutan, is full of fruits, seeds, and whatnot high in the trees. Therefore, the orangutans have adapted to have long arms to reach the food. They've adapted hip abduction capabilities, which allows them to have better sideways movements in the legs. Lastly, they have adapted curved finger bones to allow them to grip branches when swaying from trees.
We are able to prove that animals have common ancestors by looking at their genetic makeup and the DNA synthesis. The closer they are genetically, their ancestors were similar not too long ago. All species have at least one similar strand of DNA, and therefore all species are related in some way and have a common ancestor.
There are three types of structures: vestigial, analogous, and homologous structures, that determine characteristics of organisms. A vestigial structure is the structure of an organism that is useless, such as ostrich wings. Or analogous structures are when different species have the same structure and function. Homologous structures are when the same species have the same structure and function. An example of an analogous structure is when birds and flies. They have wings, and they both use them to fly.
If evolution didn't exist, humans, plants, and animals wouldn't be like they are today. Adaptations are a key asset that makes the world what it is today.